Why should you occasionally ghost her? Why do you need to ghost her in order to attract her? This is referred to as intermittent attention in the pickup community. These are also known as push-pulls. These are extremely effective at attracting girls, making them chase you, and making them want you 10 times more. Trying to get the girl to respond to him, to go out with him, to see him, most guys just push, never giving the girl room to chase. When you ghost the girl, she has more space to pursue you. You're giving her space as well as the gift of a chase. The girl must miss you a little, must wonder about you because the game is played in the girl's head, not yours. The game is truly played in the girl's head. The game is played by keeping her mind occupied. The more you occupy a female's thoughts, the more emotionally invested she will become in you, and the more she will be attracted to you. You achieve this by not making yourself so readily available. The issue with most of you is that you are simply too available. These girls are capable of sending you a message at 3 a.m. You'll be sleeping in bed when you see the text. Oh my God, hey girl, what do you do? Have you just called me? Did you want to do anything? I'll get up, wake up, and go pick you up. When you're at their beck and call, you're basically telling her that you don't have a life of your own. You don't have anything better to do. You have nothing more exciting to do than sit around waiting for her phone calls, to hang around and be at her beck and call, whereas someone who is more experienced with females and more experienced with getting girls to chase him rather than him chasing her understands the power of ghosting her, right? And it does not mean that you simply disappear. It simply means that you will be giving her intermittent attention once more. You will be available at times and unavailable at others. The thing is, there is a significant caveat to doing this correctly. You should not use this as a technique. You don't want to be like, I'm going to ghost this girl for the next 5 days, then I'm going to message her, then I'm going to stir for another 3 days, and then you're like, okay, I got this perfectly down. I've completed the calculation. No, you cannot do it that way because techniques do not work. It's not a technique, and you should never do anything as a technique. You should just do it because that's who you are, and this is why having a path and purpose is important. To have goals in your life regardless of the woman, even if she is your wife, she will never be your path and purpose. She'll never have such a star and role in your movie that she takes over your movie. She takes over your world. Instead, she'll just be a bit player, and you won't have to do things as a technique because you'll be genuinely busy doing other things with your life and meeting other people because she's not playing such a big role in your movie. It's almost as if the less you see the girl, the better she treats you. This, once again, is not a technique. If you try to do it as a technique, you will not feel good because you will be sitting at home shaking your head and twiddling your thumbs until the next time you see her, because she is still the star of your movie and you have no path and purpose other than her. She cannot be your path and purpose. You must have your own ambitions and goals. Outside of her, you have your own social circle, your own friends. When you have that, you will naturally ghost her. You'll just banish from time to time, and when she calls or texts you, you'll be available to respond sometimes and not others. For example, I have messages from the previous week that I have yet to return. There are times when I'm just laying in bed in my hotel room, and I just woke up, and if I get a message, I'll respond right away because I have that time, but most of the time I'm just unavailable. So the less time you spend with her, the more time she will devote to you. That is how ghosting works. My point is that letting go of someone and creating attraction from it cannot be done as a technique. I want to emphasize that you cannot do this as a technique. It must become a part of who you are. You have to be genuinely so busy that you don't have time to respond, and then you'll be ghosting her by osmosis. You will pay her attention in spurts. Maybe the only time you have to text back is when you're going to the bathroom. So that's when you'll text back and just give her that intermittent attention. And then there will be times when you'll be laying in bed before you go to sleep, and you'll have a few moments to text her a bunch of times back and forth, and she'll be like, oh cool, he's responding, yay. But then she texts you the next day, and you're gone. What happened to this guy? Okay, and that's when these push-pulls and takeaways work in your favor. It's as if you're pushing and then pulling. I'll message her when I have time, which I don't have right now, but it's difficult to do when you don't have a path and purpose, no goals, hopes, or dreams of your own. That's why I keep telling you guys that you have to figure out what you're supposed to do on this planet, so that could be your primary focus in life, and not the woman, because when the woman becomes your primary focus in life, you can't be doing things like ghosting her and doing intermittent attention and push-pulls and takeaways. It will not work because the girl will detect scarcity. She'll be able to tell right away that this guy has no other options in life besides me. I am basically the center of his entire existence right now because he has nothing else going on. But when you do have something going on and you're like, say, building a business or moving up in your career, getting promotions, when you have a path and purpose, it's very, very easy to push the girls aside. and do these push-pulls and takeaways and ghosts them. Don't forget to hit the like button to help spread the word about this video. Thank you for taking your daily dose of red pills, and remember that a red pill a day keeps bad poker hands away. So have a good rest of your day and cheers.